If you talk about innovation, you've got to talk about doing things big. The magic in P&G are their $24 billion brands. And if you're working on a new effort that has no hope of ever becoming a billion-dollar brand, management just isn't that interested in what you're doing. This can present some real challenges because it often isn't clear which are the ones that are going to get to that magic threshold.
None of our brands started out as billion-dollar brands, other than maybe the ones that we acquired. We had this fascinating, idea about the role that probiotics could play for a product that ultimately became Align and what that could do to improve digestive health and digestive comfort. We had a lot of debates around how big the market could be. Innosight was a partner with us from the earliest stages of the Align development.
First of all, there was no existing market. There was nothing that could really treat irritable bowel syndrome today. P&G went and asked consumers, will you try this product? Will you buy this product? Will you use this product? The results that came back suggested it was going to be a relatively small opportunity. Because the consumer said, sure, I'll try it, but not many said they would use it every single day. So here was the challenge the team was facing. The research said it was a small opportunity. Launching it was going to cost a lot of money. Traditionally, a new brand launch costs tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. You put those two pieces together and it was clear they were about to get shut down. So then I asked them a very simple question. Is it possible that the consumer is wrong? That the behavior that they think they're going to follow won't match what they actually follow once they experience the benefit?
Instead of, debating that for time and time, we just started a transaction learning test. We placed a small bet. We started to ship some of this product to market.
Because it was delivered over the web, you could have relatively nondescript packaging. You could make it a lot simpler proposition. P&G then did very focused marketing in just 3 cities to try to stimulate demand. They used their sales force in those cities to work with local doctors to get them to recommend Align to some of the consumers in those markets. P&G began to distribute the product through online drugstores. Very carefully staged process to reduce risk all along the way. Important things came out of the journey. They also learned what it would take to really get people to comply, to use the product every day. Based on the learning they got from consumers, they changed the packaging so that it was a blister pack with the days of week in it. You push out and you remember that you took it a certain day. Then they watched the orders begin to come in. It wasn't just those 3 cities, it was very quickly 49 states around the United States had somebody who was ordering Align. The people who took it complied. They didn't just take it once a week, they took it every single day. With this data, management was confident to make the next investment.
We saw that the idea could be big and it could be a very tangible market opportunity for P&G.
So Align has had some real market impact. In 2010, it won the Edison Award as the best new introduction in its category. It's not a billion-dollar brand yet, but early market success suggests that it might be on its way.
Align was a great success story in terms of applying a lot of the tools of placing a small bet. What we sell in the market today is very different than the first product we launched to market, and this idea of a small bet and then iterating on that product and improving it based on real market learnings was probably the key.
So don't get confused by the numbers, find ways to simplify what you're asking for, and be prepared to learn unanticipated things once you're in the marketplace.